When I think of Newark, I think of home.
When I think of Newark, I think of diversity.
I would say that there is no one word that can fully really capture Newark. I think if I had to pick, I guess I'd probably say potential.
The life of a community builds the potential of any city. Newark still is the largest city in the state of New Jersey, and so as a point of reference there, the vibrancy of this city and its neighborhood represents the prosperity of the entire state.
Having been born and raised here, I really know that there's many residents in great need. So I serve on the board of directors of La Casa because I really believe in the La Casa mission.
La Casa has been in Newark for the last 47 years because I think it's actually met the needs of this community.
Now is the time. You know, there are a lot of things happening in the city. I think it's time for people to engage themselves in what's going on, the economic growth that's happening, how to engage in the youth and college office here. There's a myriad of things to be doing, whether it's expanding jobs at the port, contractor development initiatives, getting local residents to train, to learn how to purchase houses, buy homes, develop in their own community, be able to bid for contracts that are here, forcing developers to create affordable housing and hire minority co-developers at the same time, creating a whole alternative strategy to target crime and violence. These are things that are happening daily, from the Equitable Growth Commission to strengthening rent control, inclusionary zoning, that we designate certain parts of the city as affordable. We fight for the raise in the minimum wage. We fight to get more jobs. We have to increase people's wages and get them better opportunities. I want to see Newark be the city, an example for what the rest of the country can be doing. So the solutions that we create, the programs that we create, have to be also designed in such a way that it chips away at the systemic problems that exist and not just become just another program that exists in the city.
So one of the things that the mayor and Prudential have all been committed to, and I think it's a great thing for the city, is this vision of inclusive economic growth. And that's the idea that as we sort of commit to growing and as we create more dynamism in the city, we need to make sure that it's inclusive for all of the residents of Newark. And so that means things like building affordable housing, preserving affordable housing, a real commitment to local hiring on the job front, and also I think investing in some really important systems like education. So the idea of the Impact Investments Unit is to make investments in projects that have both financial returns and deep social returns. A huge portion of our work takes place right here in Newark. Almost 1/3 of our investments are here in Newark. And we make them in a whole series of areas, but primarily around sort of 4 major themes. So one is around sort of the large-scale development projects you see happening downtown. Another is around the preservation of affordable housing. Third is around creating dynamic new job engines for the city. And the last is around supporting great education facilities like the one I'm in today. And I think overall, altogether, they actually are sort of even greater than the sum of their parts, which is making this an increasingly vital and dynamic region.
I organize a toy drive in December as well as a food drive. This is my 13th year doing the toy drive. I think about 6 or 7 years doing the food drive. So if I had to guess, I'd say it's definitely about 400 to 500 toys. I make car rides pretty much for 2 weeks every other day, just minivans full of toys. I certainly don't do this alone. I organize it, but pretty much anybody that's willing to help, I'll take the help. I have Girl Scout troops that have helped in the past. All of my friends come. I have local businesses surrounding Mountainside and Westfield area that donate food every year for the food drive. I have a ton of family that's involved, so it's been amazing to see how much we've grown and how much people are just willing to help. My connection to the city of Newark, my mother came here in 1964. She moved from Italy when she was 11 years old. Her family took risks to give their children better opportunity, and the opportunities are still here. People just need a little help getting there.
Some of the challenges that I see for Newarkers are low educational levels, functional illiteracy. A lot of new immigrants coming into the country also have very low English literacy skills, even though they might be highly skilled in their countries. And this really works to create a very large unskilled worker population. And so there's a lot of competition for low-wage jobs. While we're trying to work in this community for mid to upper level, a lot of our workforce are not prepared for those opportunities.
What keeps me inspired in my job is seeing students obtain their high school equivalency diploma. It's seeing individuals come in and saying, I just students became a U.S. citizen. It's students coming back because they were able to learn the language where they're now obtaining degrees at Rutgers or at Essex County College.
They helped me with anything I needed, including future plans in college, helped me with applications. They even reached out to other people. My outcome, well, I got my high school equivalency diploma, so I'm a graduate. And recently, I'm in a Rutgers program. It's a dual enrollment program that I got connected with. And there I take an arts, culture, and media class, so it'll help me benefit in my college.
A typical day at our center revolves around some core activities, mainly education, whether people are coming for high school equivalency, academic remediation, or English as a second language. They're going to be scheduled for academic time with a teacher, sort of like you would have in any kind of school. But along with that, there's intensive case management, where we have a case manager working with these students to make sure that they have the support services that they need to overcome barriers to learning, to coming to class, and eventually for employment. And at the same time, we integrate soft skills training and job readiness workshops, how to write a resume and a cover letter, how to interview well, and then we connect that with a job developer who's outward facing and looking for employment opportunities that will come up for these individuals, and then working to connect them and successfully transition.
For Newark's future specifically, a little more like how it was before, where anyone could walk and they won't have to be scared of what's going to happen to them.
People feel confident that they can do something, not confident that the problems are gone. They feel confident that they can do something about those problems.
I think that gives us more strength than we would have if there was any single dominant entity. And so I like that the city has been trying to carve out a really unique identity for itself.
I think the fact that we have an active mayor, we have a mayor that understands that the economic development has to be not only the downtown but in the communities and the neighborhoods, I think we have the elements of success.